I was doing the baby shark thingy on the clicker clapper thing.
Yes.
Boom! What's up, everybody? We are live on Facebook. We are recorded on YouTube and our podcast. This is Bananas Unpeeled, the behind-the-scenes, really information, showmanship, craziness, excitement, baseball stuff, like everything behind the scenes for the Savannah Bananas. This is episode 957. I hope everyone is ready for today's episode because we are bringing on the legend himself, Tyler Gillum.
The first time, actually. We did a Skype session. First time, like live. Really live
but,
here.
I mean, first ever two-time performer.
Yes, two-time, back. You've had a lot of coffee this morning, so.
Okay, so I'm jacked up on caffeine. Never drink caffeine. No free ads. Drinking out of my cup here. I put the coffee cup in the coffee mug, Dunder Mifflin mug. No free ads for the coffee that I'm drinking right now from the place with the green logo. And
I understand why you are having the coffee. It's been a roller coaster for us, for the players.
Literally.
I mean, we've talked about it last episode. The amount of rain, the amount of double headers. I mean, every night it's been on. We just had games. I mean, I don't know, 7 games in 9 days home.
I have no idea.
It's wild.
I've lost track, but we have survived the rain, hopefully. Yes. It's become quite the joke in the office. How many times are we going to pull the tarp?
Yes.
We've got this mystery turtle that probably 75% of the people in our office are worshiping, like pure idol.
It's called the rain turtle.
Like idol worship.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting. Last night I walked in the office and there were 2 candles and this wooden turtle on someone's desk. It seemed somewhat like a
seance.
Seance.
Yep.
I think Barry has sold parts of his soul.
Yes.
To this turtle for dry weather.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Well, let's get into the meat of this, the bananas of this episode. It's exciting to see what's happened now. We're 3 weeks into the season.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
From a baseball standpoint, we're 1 game back from the playoffs, and the guys are still rallying, tons of energy, and we've seen it this past week. Yes, the baby shark video came out. We're doing that at all the games now. That came out this morning. But, I mean, 2-hour rain delays, 11 o'clock at night, and they are rallying. And I think Coach Gillum has kept them really energized and understanding what it's all about. And even it's not just about the baseball, but it's about, being out there every night, giving back to the fans and bringing the energy. And I think excited to hear how are they doing, because we see a little bit on the field, but showing up, I mean, these guys getting home at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Literally a 4.5-hour baseball game 3 or 4 nights ago.
And then, I mean, no one realizes that. Getting home at 3, 5 o'clock, then they're got to play a game, and then they get rain, and then it gets delayed, and they got to come back. So we're going to get to know him. We've had some heroes this past week.
Yes.
Mike Williams had a big, huge walk-off hit a few nights ago, and then the Rafi show last night. Literally, the Bananas had 3 hits, all by Rafi, 2 home runs, monster home runs, 3 RBIs. One of those home runs went straight over the center field wall, which we've never seen.
So that was the most sports we've ever talked about on this show, which is really exciting. So I think one of the bigger questions we get is, all right, how do you find the coach? Where does this guy? I mean, I had a question last night or 2 nights ago from a fan who said, where do you find these guys? And it's like they come highly recommended from people that we know and trust.
Yes.
And then they come here and set the tone for what's going to be expected for the players, so that when those guys get here and they start buying in, it's like, if you and I went in and said, all right, guys, you're going to dance, you're going to sign autographs, you're going to be in music videos, and then the coach come in and says, yeah, forget that, we're not doing it. Our credibility goes out the window. However, we say all these things, Tyler comes in and reaffirms it and says, yes, this is what we believe and this is what we're going to do. And so hopefully we can get some of the ideas of like, how's it been received? Like, we're 3 weeks in. What are the guys doing? Are they still being energized? Are they still having fun? Obviously, we're a game away from first place. We could win the first half and make the playoffs for the 4th time in a row out of 4 years.
And I think what's so exciting is Tyler has embraced this mentality of flip the switch.
Yes.
We're actually this year, we'll talk about that, giving out shirts.
Yes.
I think he's rocking the shirt right now as he'll come on. And he came up with this first year about flipping the switch, going from the entertainment, the show, the fans first, to playing ball. And very few teams in the country could do that. And the only way it happens is if a head coach embraces and says, you know what, hey, they're both equally as important.
Right.
But we're going to be out there every day doing the show, doing the baseball, and flipping constantly.
And I'm sorry. And so for people who don't understand that, it's like, he came up with this idea that there's the show and then there's the baseball, and we want to reward the guys who can really be successful at both.
Yep.
And hopefully we can hear from him today on some of those guys that are being successful at both things. I remember the other night we had, again, a rain delay, and players are escorting fans into the ballpark with umbrellas, and then 20 minutes later they're out there playing a game.
Yep.
And it's
100%.
like, that's what it's about. That's flip the switch.
And I think here's the key. It starts at the top. It
100%.
always starts at the top. And we're going to get into this, but if you're one of the guys to have fun and give back to the fans, you have to do it as well. And we had our first Tyler two-step dancing on the field.
Yes.
The other night, fans went wild. He embraced it. The players went wild. So we're going to get to hear about that, but it starts at the top. He embraces the fun. He embraces what this is all about, and it makes a huge difference on this team.
Do you want to start talking to him?
I'm very excited to talk to him. I'm always excited. I learn more when I talk to him than when I talk to you.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'd like to do the review of the week. Guys, this is going to be a little bit longer. Just fair warning, it's going to be a little bit longer. This comes from a blog post. And most nights after the games, I will search. So, I don't search the mentions. I don't search the tweets and the replies. I just go in and search Savannah Bananas, because that's when the raw, unfiltered stuff comes out. And there was an amazing blog post, really probably one of our best reviews of all time, and it comes from Megan Gerard, and she talks about coming to the game, and she says, baseball is supposed to be a slow burn. The excitement comes from the suspense built up over each pitch, each play, each out. Going to the game is supposed to be a treat, a time to get away from the screens, the air-conditioned habitats we create for ourselves. It's supposed to be a little bit different, a little quieter, a little thoughtful. Instead, and then she writes in all caps, bold, every second is filled with something loud. Everything was in all caps, 48-point Comic Sans font, the noisemaker sound effect, song blasted through the speakers, every pitch, some sort of induced cheer or chant constantly. No point these announcements were related to the game. We were encouraged to yell charge with 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on base. Who exactly is charging? As if one high on pixie stick hype man isn't enough, there is now a green banana child. Maybe 7 years old.
10.
He has his own mic. He has Force game show delivery. It looked like the set from the next Jordan Peele horror movie. This year, there's a giant banner over the entrance. Welcome to the show. This is perhaps the biggest clue of all, that there is no baseball to be found. It is a maniacal circus with a game in its sideshow freak tent.
Well said.
And thank you for that review.
I think she went on to say about how it's a Willy Wonka inspired, absolute madness of a circus.
That was earlier. She says, let's see. The demented Willy Wonka act had only gotten worse.
Perfect.
That was in bold font.
You know what?
That's a great review.
I actually read that, and it was supposed to be negative about the experience, but it inspired me. I was like, she gets it. She gets it.
Yeah.
So I think now the head coach that's running the circus should come on and share how we make this all work.
Megan, thank you for that review. Come on, Tyler Gillum.
Yes, here we go. Yes.
Whoa.
Boom, baby.
Yes, boom, baby.
Whoa.
We're here. We're live.
We've had too much caffeine. I'm starting to
Let's go.
sweat.
I had a little pre-workout. I had coffee and pre-workout this morning, so I'm jacked up.
Pre-workout. Oh, he's got the cowboy boots too.
Got the cowboy boots. How's our framing here, folks?
Are we looking good? Actually, he just started with the Boom Baby. I think we need to go right into it, the Boom Baby show. Tell us about the Boom Baby show and the outfits you've been rocking this year on the Boom Baby show.
Boom Baby show. Just trying to get the players out there a little bit more so all the fans know exactly who all these guys are behind the scenes.
Yes.
We're wearing different hats every Boom Baby show. I had a cape on yesterday because we had Alex Deegan, who you guys have seen. He did the dolphin right there.
The dancing Deegan.
It was unbelievable.
You mentioned that the other night. A fan came in and said that it was their first game, and they really felt like they knew some of the coaches and the players and the people behind it because they had been seeing some of the show. What exactly did they say?
No, they just wrote, it's unbelievable. When I came to the experience, I knew who was, I felt like I was in the know. And so I was rooting for all these guys, not just as baseball players, but because I knew the people and that they were fun. So it was really cool. So the Boom Baby show, you wear different outfits. You get to know the guys. Happens every game day.
Yep. 5:45, these guys yell at me, like, Gillum, we got to go. I throw on a cape and a random hat. There's a couple over there. Top hats, whatever it is. Whatever I find, it's all improv.
Awesome.
You just wing it.
So it's now year 2.
Yep.
And you've been here for 3 weeks now. Where are we at baseball-wise? 4 weeks? All right, we've been here but the season's been
Every
3
day's
weeks.
Saturday in the summer.
Every day,
Nobody knows.
Every day's
Nobody
opening day.
knows
All right,
anymore.
we're 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
We're a game out of first place on the baseball side. How are we feeling 3 weeks in, and then what are we projecting for the next 7 weeks of the season?
Yeah, for sure. So we've got an awesome group of guys. I think the main thing is we just had a lot of adversity. Some of the rain, bus trip. We went to Macon the other day. There was 3 wrecks on the highway, so we didn't get to hit BP. Had to hit in the cage. So we haven't been able to get in a rhythm more than anything. So we've had some really good games. We've had some games that aren't so great right now. We're meshing and getting together. We had a team meeting yesterday. It was awesome. Guys were fired up after it, and we came out and really swung it. I mean, Rafi came out and hit an absolute nuke home run. Oppo Field, I mean, this place is a graveyard to hit in, and
100%.
he just absolutely killed that ball.
You spoke for 45 minutes before the game yesterday, and during summer ball, there's not many of those team meetings that happen.
Yep.
What was said? Like, what was your main goal and the message to the guys?
Play the game one pitch at a time, really.
Yeah.
I think we were putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, just trying to do too much in the moment sometimes, and relax and have fun. But we haven't had, with all the stuff that we do, there's not a whole lot of team meetings that we're able to have. So it was a moment where we were able to and kind of break some things down. I don't like having 45-minute meetings, talks.
Yes.
But they were locked in the whole time. Our assistants were like, man, dude, they were there the whole time, and you could tell the energy changed because the last couple games we've been fighting. We have 9 games in 7 days.
Yeah.
So we overcame a lot yesterday. Those guys were fighting for each other yesterday, and it showed. The energy, our at bats, all the little things happened. It was really cool.
Flip the switch.
Yep.
Who has gotten T-shirts so far? Why have they gotten them?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so of course Bill Leroy, unbelievable. I mean,
Year 2 guy.
He could be player coach. There's no doubt about it. This guy brings the energy
Write
every
that down.
day. Dublin,
Player
Georgia,
coach.
yeah, player coach might happen.
That's
in
an
the
old
future.
school thing. That's
Yes.
back in the day.
Yeah, like what, Pete Rose?
Yeah.
Pete Rose back in the day.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So Bill Leroy, Dublin, Georgia, University of North Georgia, catcher. Guy brings the energy every single day.
Lunch pail guy.
He wears a hard hat. He's country as it
Cowboy
gets.
hat.
He's my guy. He's my type of guy. He's what we call OKG, our kind of guy.
Okay.
OKG.
OKG.
So he's an
Write that down.
OKG.
OKG, got it.
Mike Williams and Alex Deegan got one yesterday. I actually went around and talked to everybody and was like, hey, what players should get a Flip the Switch shirt? Because who's really good on the entertainment side, who's really good at impacting kids, and then who's been doing really good on the baseball side. And Mike Williams had a walk-off the other day. But when I walked around and said, hey, who should be the next guy that gets this Flip the Switch shirt, every person I talked to, there's probably 10, 12 people, had a story about Mike Williams. So he's getting caught doing something awesome, impacting kids every single night by everybody. It's cool.
Talk about recruiting Mike and what he said to you.
So recruiting Mike, he played in the Texas Collegiate League last year, Victoria Generals. They ended up winning the league. He had like 25 stolen bases, so he's a big piece of our green light special, our system of base running. But the main thing, he's from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. He played for one of my best friends at Paris Junior College, and I got to know Mike a little bit. And when I called Mike, I said, "Hey, I think you're going to fit exactly. You're exactly who we need in this environment." And what he said to me was like, Coach, I really enjoyed my experience in Victoria. I'm thinking about going back because I was able to impact the community and be around a lot of kids.
Wow.
And he's still really close with the kids he was around in Victoria. And I said, he goes, so the only way I'd really come out there is if I'm going to be able to make an impact on the community and be around a lot of kids. I said, big boy, you're going to be in the best place in the country to do that. So I'm super fired up to have him.
For the T-shirts, so you're getting responses. It's kind of like what we do for the fans first email sometimes. It's like we want other people recognizing the peers, and it's not just you saying like, well, I saw that. It's their teammates saying, no, that guy is going above and beyond, and we're cheering for him.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
cool. Tell the story. We just had camp last week or 2 weeks ago. Tell the story about last year's camp when the kid disrespected you guys and kind of challenged you to win the first half.
So last year, opening night, we lost to Macon. I think it was like 10-6 or something like that. Apparently, this 7-8-year-old was at the game, and then the next week we had camp. So kid really didn't want to be at camp. He wore basketball jerseys every day, and so we were like, why are you here if you don't want to be at baseball camp? Well, my mom made me come. And was like, really? Well, Are you a Bananas fan? Nah, I can't trust the Bananas. They lost opening night to the Bacon.
A 7-year-old told
So
our
he was
entire
wearing us
coaching
out.
staff that he didn't trust them to be at camp because they lost on opening night.
Can't trust you guys.
I think that's why we won the first half. We get motivated by a 7-year-old calling us out.
Yeah, so you guys responded to that.
Yeah, we overcame that right there.
That's adversity if I've ever seen it.
I want to talk a little bit more about what you've seen from some of the guys. I mean, I remember the other night, rain delay 2 hours, and you were coaching third. And it was literally 11 o'clock, 11:30 night. A lot of the fans had left through the rain delay. Yep. And you watch these guys doing roller coasters, dancing, going nuts. What was that?
Yeah, we were just talking about energy, and energy is contagious, and our body language is contagious. And, you know, your body language, it doesn't whisper. It definitely screams, it yells, and it's contagious with everybody else around you. So that's the type of guys that we try to bring in here. So a night where we're battling the rain again, we are down late in the game, and you just see these guys really flip the switch after the rain delay, and they start. I think they were delusional at that point because it was so
lack of sleep.
Long day, long week, and battling rain, and they were playing. They were competing their butt off. We weren't getting rewarded for it yet. So in those times, that's just like life. You just got to just continue overcoming those types of adversities, and you do that a lot with enthusiasm. And there was unbelievable enthusiasm. Leroy got him doing the roller coaster, which was stupid, crazy energy, and you could tell like that energy got us to that walk-off at the end of the night. So that was a special moment, I think, this summer, because I think those guys were really like, okay, let's get together and let's do this.
Yeah.
What about the dancing that's taken place from the coaching side? So, I mean, most people probably don't know this, but we kind of staged the dance. Did you tell the people that it was Danielle that was dancing on the field?
There was actually no stage. Tyler came to us and said, hey, I can two-step whenever you want.
Right.
And so we did not stage it. We said, all right, bring it.
And then what happened? You put on an electric
Maceo
performance.
I think Maceo quit after that dance move right there. There was a flip in there. I mean,
Maceo can do some backflips and stuff, but he can't two-step like you can.
He's a stud. Hey, that guy's so athletic.
Yeah, let's talk. I mean, so if you don't know, we got a film of it, but you were two-stepping. You brought your fiance, who you're getting married to this fall, on the field. Yep. Did some amazing dancing with the cowboy boots, rocked it. But against Maceo has joined the staff as a new first base coach. Talk to his role as a coach and interaction with the players and how that's worked.
Oh, he's been phenomenal. Like, he's locked in. He'll break out some dance moves. I think my favorite part of what he brings to the table is, like, you know, all of our guys got all of their armor on, right? They got their elbow guard. They've got their batting gloves. They've got their ankle guard, whatever it is. So when they get to first base, they have to give it to him. And at first, he was kind of like, okay, what do I do? And then it was like, all right, I'm just going to do a backflip to the dugout to hand this off to somebody. So the crowd goes wild, and that's my favorite part. Dude's unbelievably athletic. He's locked in. He's bringing energy for us every single night.
And he's challenging the guys. The dances they're doing this year, I mean, I know it's unbelievable choreography, and I think what's happened is the players, all they say, like, they feed off it. Like, they're actually feeding off him as a coach.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. He's all the dances have been phenomenal. It seems like they get better and better every night, and these guys are, you know, confidence out the wazoo. I mean, you got Alex Deegan. He almost takes his shirt off every night. I think he starts improvising on his own a lot, and there's a lot of this going on, dolphin moves randomly. So it's
a great example of flipping the switch with Deegan. You know, dancing, pouring water over his chest, going crazy, and then he's taken on the role as the closer for us. Talk about what you've seen from him, because he came in as a shy guy.
Yeah, I told him, I gave him a flip the switch shirt yesterday too as well, and I was like, man, there's not a better, if we could paint a picture of what flip the switch is this guy is dancing at the end of the third inning, okay? He is going wild in the stands, all right? He's handing roses out in the fifth, and then he goes down to the bullpen in the eighth. He gets hot, and then he comes in and has 6 strikeouts. You know,
comes in on the segue, then strikes him.
On the segue, yes. A 6'8" guy on the 6'12". I said he was
6'12", which is even real.
Yesterday, but that guy's phenomenal. He's gotten better every outing, and I think every dance outing he's gotten better too. But he's embraced it all. The funny thing is, I read it this morning. Is there was a video of him dancing on Twitter, and Austin Schultz, one of our middle infielders, said somebody commented like, "Is that the same Alex Deegan that I know?" He said, "Yes, the same weird, shy 6'8" Alex Deegan." He's like doing this video. He's like, crazy. So it's cool seeing those guys come out of the shell.
Yes,
I was gonna say someone on Twitter after we posted the video of Tyler and Danielle, which has 25,000 views right now, says, "Let's get this guy a Vegas show. He does it all. Most entertaining coach in America, ladies and gentlemen." That is a huge bar. I mean, we've gone from like Savannah, yellow jersey, I'm not Can't Stop the Peeling, but Bananas are back, and then Old Town Road,
Titanic,
and all of a sudden it's like, does Tyler Gillum deserve a Vegas show? I mean, there's kind of that
Garth
next
Brooks.
step.
Oh yeah, I know you're a big Garth Brooks guy, and that's interesting.
That's my Oklahoma guy.
It's interesting. Is it just the most entertaining coach
in America?
In America. Now, that's obviously Maceo is going to battle you on that, but you got the head coach.
That's facts.
This is interesting. Where do we take it to the next level? Because what we keep
Vegas,
doing. Yeah. Other than Vegas, what other? I mean, we've talked about other
baseball game on stage in Vegas.
That could be interesting.
Where the Mirage.
What are you excited for? The next half, obviously, we're going to get some rest. Everyone's going to get caught up. But what are you excited for, and things that you are looking for in the players and the whole experience?
I think this group's going to just continue getting better and better and better every day. These flip the switch shirts and these guys. My goal is at the end of the summer, every one of these guys have a flip the switch shirt, and if that happens, we're winning on the entertainment side, impacting kids, the fans, and we're getting it done on the baseball side. We're developing. We're showing up for early work. They're continuing to get better every single game. If every one of these guys have this shirt at the end of the year, there's no doubt in my mind we'll dogpile this summer. So it's a special group. Yeah. I think we're going to continue to grow every single day. So I'm just waiting for that one day at a time.
You heard it here first. Dogpiles.
What about riding a horse again?
Yeah, why not? So I might ride one to Forest City today. Instead of ride the bus, I'm going to hop on a horse.
So you got a lot of fame for riding the horse in Old Town Road. We've talked about ideas of riding the horse during a game, maybe making a pitching change, riding a horse. We've got some
more bullpen, just horse pen.
Yes, that's another idea as well. It's exciting. We got a lot to look forward to. We got Kilts game coming up. Are the guys aware of that?
Yes, July 17th. We're ready to ride.
July 17th, back in Kilts. Still undefeated in Kilts.
Still undefeated in Kilts.
Right.
Leroy's jacked up about it.
What are other coaches around the country saying to you? Like, do they still think it's not real? Are they still throwing jokes our way? Like, what are you still hearing out there? I mean, we're a year and a half in now.
Sure.
What are you still hearing out there?
So when I first got back to South Mountain, I got back to school ball. Every coach, it was probably 10, 12 coaches they were like, "Gillum, where's the blue kilt at?"
Because
we're blue. We're blue at South Mountain.
And you got right back into it. You left here and went right back into it.
Yeah, I had to be back at school in 2 days because school was starting. So I got back. We started playing fall games, and they're like, "Gillum, where's your blue kilt at? You don't wear blue kilts at South Mountain." So the other thing was like, man, it was cool. Some guys are like, "Did you really wear it? You know, what was it like?" Those things. But the best thing I got was this. A coach said, "Gillum, it's really not that big of a deal once you look at it because they used to fight wars in kilts." And I said, "You know what? That is a great point. That is a great point. It's just different, and some people don't know how to take it, you know."
Yeah.
But the guys loved it, and we won a game in kilts. It's probably the most I've been like. I was jacked up when we won that game. I was running.
It was like the World Series.
There's videos of me outside of dogpiling, and some of the teams that I've played with and coached with. That was like one of the best moments. I was like, there's no way we just won a game in kilts. It was unbelievable.
I think we got more ahead of us. And I think one thing, Tyler, that you said to us, and when you were interviewed last year, is like, I want to impact 1 million people. Yep. And that made an impact on me because a lot of coaches just focus on the short term. You focus on the long term. And it's been amazing to see the impact you've had on the players, the impact you've had on the fans. And from the staff standpoint, I've never felt more together with a coaching staff and a front office and the players. And for all the fans that are watching and listening, spend time. Come over and talk to Tyler.
Yes.
He's amazing at what he does because during a game, you'll be coaching third. and you would have met someone earlier in the game, and you'll say hi to them while you're coaching, say hello, you remember names. Many coaches don't do that. And there's a little things that he does, that the players do, that really makes, I think, this whole organization special, and we're fortunate to be a part of it.
Most of some of these comments are saying, like, you know, love having conversations with guys after the games. You know, they're calling out some specific people here, you know, Leroy and Mike Williams, you know, conversations after the game. Like, it's this connection that we've always said that the fans just don't get anywhere else. They come here, and it's not everyone. You know, there's 4,000 people every night. Every single one of them can't have a connection with a player or a coach, but it's like we provide them that access. You know, you go to a minor league baseball game. A fan was asking me that the other night. They said, well, what's the difference? And I said, well, there's a separation. You know, the players, and this could be good, or you can argue good or bad, but it's like they're on the field. Do not touch them. Do not talk to them. Do not get engaged with them. And, you know, obviously we try to keep that separate for a little bit, but it's like before the game, in the crowd, after the game, like, you know these people. You know these people. And they're here for 10 weeks, and I understand that. But it's like so many things start being built in those, you know, 8 or 10 weeks that those relationships, as you mentioned, or you mentioned earlier, are just built for life.
Well, like you said, it starts at the top.
There's two stories I want to talk about. Yesterday, like, these guys have taken the fans first motto of impacting kids when there's so many kids that hang out and they're watching our guys warm up and they're in awe. I saw 3 times 3 different players last night grab the kid, hey, come to the locker room with us, hang out in the locker room, signed baseballs, signed bats, found a kid on his birthday, came and hung out with the guys. Found another kid after the game, signed another bat. There was like 4 or 5 instances where all these guys are in this culture of, hey, we're here to impact as many people as we can, create relationships, have lifelong memories, and you see it as they've, you know, been here for 3 weeks now. It's continuing to snowball. And the impact is really, really cool. I mean, Danielle's a nurse at a summer camp, you know, my fiance, and she told me the other day there's a kid running around with a Bananas hat saying, Bill Leroy is my best friend. He's 7, okay? He said, I met him on the field. They were going to the movies the next day, and he said he was telling all of his friends, don't be surprised if the Bananas show up because we're best friends. I met them all yesterday. So what a story.
Could you imagine if 30 players showed up to the movies just to hang out with a kid?
Well, those are the things we look to do, and it starts from the top here.
Last question. When people say, or this is my last question, maybe it's not yours. When people say it's not about the baseball, when people from the outside say they don't focus on the baseball there, they focus on the circus, what is your rebuttal to that?
I get really frustrated and hot about that, to be honest with you. When I first took this job, I knew exactly what we wanted to do because Sean West, the former head coach that was here, is a good buddy of mine, and he let me in on a lot of the little things that you guys were doing, and I was seeing it on social media, and I loved everything that you were doing because it was about impacting people. And, you know, one little thing was when you guys were I heard a story when you guys were counting money, you didn't count it in dollars, you counted it in impacts.
Well,
and I thought that was really, really cool.
Number of tickets sold.
Yeah, the number of tickets sold. It's
not about money.
How many impacts. So that right there, and the same time in 2017, I set a yearly goal of try to impact 1 million people through baseball education and exercise. And then that became a life goal for me. And I saw what you guys were doing on the entertainment side, on the fans first side, and I said, I'm trying to do that on the baseball side. Can we combine these two and be the best summer collegiate experience in the whole entire world?
Yes.
So that's the goal. I think we're heading towards that. I think we knock it out of the park a lot of times, and that's not me saying it. That's all the comments we get every single night on Facebook.
We're very lucky.
So it's a special place to be.
You heard it here first. We actually do focus on baseball.
We do.
It's development.
One thing from last night, again, after this long stretch of games, we get poured on in the middle. The game ends, fireworks. And Tyler, you're the first person out on the plaza to greet the fans. And following right behind you is 30 players. And a lot of the fans don't make it to the end of the game. But I will challenge every fan that comes to the rest of the season, stay to the end of the game. What happens at the end is really special because all the players are lined up. You guys had this line where you were high-fiving every fan that came through, signing autographs, the band's playing. That's what it's all about. You get to connect, take pictures, talk to these players, and talk to the head coach. Get to know this guy because what he's doing, what this team's doing is really special, and I think that's what it's all about.
And if I can add something on that, this is not after they've showered and taken their gear. You know, like
full uniform.
You would think,
Straight
like,
from
hey
the
guys,
field.
you know, hang out, take a shower,
Get some food.
get the post-game meal, you know, talk to the coach. All right, an hour later, we're going to go out, and if any fans are no, this is like game ends, and two of the players came up to me. They're like, hey, is it over? Do we go in the stands now? And I was like, yeah. I was like, no, actually, hold on. Just get ready to go to the front plaza. We're going to shoot fireworks, and people are going to be on the front plaza. And it's like they make that immediate switch to we're off the field, game's over, let's spend some time with the fans. And then, again, putting themselves second, putting the fans first, they go out, hang out for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45.
Yep.
Then they go get their meal, shower, change, and it's like, how much more can you ask?
Yeah, it's special.
Special group of guys.
Cool.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Hey, we got a big game tonight.
Yep.
We've got 4 more games after this, right?
2 more at home in the first half.
2 more at home in the first half. The Bananas have a chance. We're a game back of Macon right now. If we are the champions of the division on Saturday night, we have a guaranteed home playoff game at Grayson Stadium.
Electric.
In August.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for. So we got a week to do it.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tyler Gillum.
Boom,
This is
baby.
Cole. My name is Jared. See you later.